let's look at how we can go about converting gallons to liters. Here's an example. So picture this. I'm traveling in Canada and need to fill up my Nissan Rogue. In Canada, fuel prices are posted as the amount of Canadian dollars per liter. And in US, fuel prices are posted as the amount of US dollars per gallon. So the main question here is, how many liters am I going to need to buy? Right? That is what we need to answer. There's another question that comes up, which is how do we convert between Canadian currency and US currency? And we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to ignore that for now. Okay, we're just going to focus on how many liters I need to purchase to fill my tank. So what do we need to know? Well, we need to know what the capacity of my fuel tank is. And that happens to be 15.4 gallons. The next thing we need to know is how much fuel do I already have? And you can see we're about 1/4 of a tank. So that means we need to fill it up with approximately 3/4 of a tank. So we're going to figure out how many gallons that's going to be. I'm going to find 3/4 of 15.4 gallons. Or we can just simply take 15.4 and multiply that by 0.75. All right, so let's start off. We've got 5 times 4, which is 20. And 5 times 5 plus 2 is 27. And 5 times 1 plus 2 is 7. Now we're on to our next line. And we put the 0 in, and we got 7 times 4 is 28. And 7 times 5 is 35, plus 7 is 37. And 7 times 1 plus 3 is 10. Add up those two lines. And we get 0, 0, 0. 8 times 7 is 15. 7 times 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 1 is 15. Carry the 1 over, and we get 11. There are 1, 2, 3 decimal places. So we put our decimal here. And I need 11.55 gallons. Okay. Well, how many liters are there in 11.55 gallons? So like we've done in other problems, we need to determine what the conversion factor is. So what we have is that 1 gallon is approximately 3.79 liters. So we're going to use dimensional analysis. That's my preferred method to figure out how many liters there are in 11.55 gallons. So we take what we start with, 11.55 gallons, and I like to put that over 1. It helps me just make sure it's a visual cue, recognize the difference between what's in the denominator and what's in the numerator. And I'm going to multiply that by the conversion factor, which is 3.79 liters per 1 gallon. So what's great about this conversion factor using dimensional analysis is we can cancel out common units that are in the numerator and denominator. In this case, we're going to cancel out the gallons, and we're left with liters. So we have 11.55 times 3.79 liters. Okay, so there's our big math. We got to do 11.55 times 3.79. 11.55 times 3.79. This one's going to be big. And we have 9 times 5 is 45. And 9 times 5 again, plus 4 is 49. We'll carry that 4 over. 9 times 1 plus 4 is 13. And 9 times 1 plus 1 is 10. And that's our first line. Our second line is going to be 7 times 5, which is 35. And 7 times 5 plus 3, which is 38. 7 times 1 plus 3 is 10. And 7 times 1 plus 1 is 8. And our last line is 3 times 5 is 15. And 3 times 5 plus 1 is 16. And 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4. And 3 times 1. Add that up. And our numbers are 5, 4, carry that one over there. 17, another one. 7, 13, and 4. With 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places, our decimal goes here. Now, so it's 43.7745 liters. Now, remember, I was approximating that I'm going to need to do 3/4 of a tank. It was actually, I had a little over a quarter of a tank left. So I can go ahead and round this down to the nearest tenth. And we'll say, I'm going to fill up, I will purchase about 43.7 liters. Might even be less than that. But that is how we convert from gallons to liters.